Welcome to Mr. Moon has left the building with me and Addy. Today's question is, do we have enough to stay up? We are recording this after the Arsenal defeat recently. Mr. Chard, do we have enough to stay up?
I mean, we have touched on this. We have touched on this in an earlier pod. But I think from what I've seen so far from Nuno, the way he structures the team, the organisation, I think he will bring into the team, and then just that style of, you know, a mid-low block and then hitting teams on the counter-attack. With the play, with all the squad fit, I feel we've got enough. I do feel we'll be okay. But yeah, if we get big injuries, like if Bowen's out for an extended period of time, I mean, he's the main one. Obviously, Summerville as well. But yeah, if Bowen's out for an extended period of time, I think we're in big trouble. I don't know if January will save us, the transfer window, and getting some extra bodies in, but we have not got any goals in us if Bowen's out, and that's like creating and him scoring. So yep. It's going to be touch and go, and like, you know, Summerville's quite lightweight, isn't he? You know, he's been brilliant, but he's quite lightweight, and he strikes me as a sort of player who's going to pick up quite a few injuries, just by getting kicked and, you know, stuff like that. So if he's out, who would we have on either side if them two are out? Like, we're in massive trouble.
I think we do go down. I still haven't changed from the beginning of the season. I think we are one of the worst. I do agree with everything you just said, though, I think this manager, if ever there's going to be a manager that takes us, that might get us up, I think it's him, to be honest with you. I just don't know if the players are good enough. And we have a keeper that's not good enough. We are in Areola, if he's the number one now. And I'm looking at the thing, Wan-Bissaka good enough? Diouf good enough going forward? Fantastic going forward. I really worry about him going backwards. Now, against the lesser teams, this is what it's going to come down to. Can we beat the lesser teams? Can we beat enough teams around us to go and get that? Which, although it might be more points this year that you need to stay up than it has been over previous seasons.
I think it will.
Leeds look like they're quite good. Sunderland look like they're quite good. Who looks the worst in the Premier League at the moment? Wolves? Us? And I've got to say, Burnley look better than both of us, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Brentford, I think, have got enough that they're going to stay up. In actual fact, Jordan Henderson looked like a masterstroke, bringing him into that midfield. Because he just gives them that little bit extra. And their team was decimated with Mbeumo and with Vissa going, that amount of goals. They're always going to struggle this year. Another team everyone thought was going to struggle was Bournemouth. Up the top of the league. Like, it's incredible.
Flying.
Lost their whole back line and keeper. So, as you said, I don't know where the goals come from, other than Bowen. I don't see Fullkrug doing it.
No.
I don't think we can expect Marshall to do it because he's young. No. I'd love him too. I want that. And does the manager fancy Wilson? I don't know. He hasn't put him on.
Well, that's a really weird one as well, because his last game for Forest was Callum Wilson coming off the bench and terrorising his defence. He's not in a Forest defence, having 4 shots on target in about 20 minutes, scoring a goal, and he looked really good. So I mean, you know, he watches him every day in training, so he might make his opinion from that. But you know, Wilson looked really good when he came on in that game.
And I think with Wilson, you've got to use him while you got him. A little bit, because I would arguably say Wilson's our best striker. I think Fullkrug, he just doesn't look. He looks so out of sorts, doesn't he?
Yeah, if you're going to put your house on one of them scoring more goals, you're going to go with Callum Wilson, aren't you?
Because he's done it year in, year out in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I think we're very... Wilson gives you that little bit more pace, even though he doesn't, because he feels like he's on last legs. Marshall, I just don't think's gonna. I just don't think he's Premiership ready. to be leading the line week in, week out for a team that's going down. Is actually my thing, and I don't think it should be thrust on him. Maybe he could be a brilliant player for us in the Championship, and actually further in the Premier League.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree with that. Do you think if we are still struggling come January that the board will pump money in to get the players in?
Well, I don't know how much money we got, is the answer. That's the worry. We're going to panic buy a striker, will be my thought, again, which has never, ever worked for West Ham under their reign. We've panic bought. How many strikers have we panic bought now? I think the defenders are the main thing. That's where I would actually... I'm on a little bit of hesitation with my thing of we'll go down. If we went and bought defenders in January that keep us up. And I think that could be the case, because I think if you gave Nuno the tools, he will make them better defenders. That's actually, I do agree with that. Like Moyes has done at Everton. Like I saw they won 2-1 at the weekend against, who did they beat at the weekend? Brighton, was it?
I think Palace.
Palace.
Ended their 18 unbeaten run.
Now, the Everton fans were getting actually quite disgruntled in that game until the last minute when they won. But that shows you, like, Michael Keane, no one's been able to get a tune out of him at Everton. And David Moyes has managed to get a tune out of him. They've become a bit more tighter. Again, they lack goals, Everton. They haven't got a striker, I don't think. The new guy, Barry and Beto, they're okay. They don't seem any different to Wilson and Fullkrug, to be honest with you. But he got a bit out of Beto at back in the last season, if I remember rightly. He started scoring, and so they got a little bit out of him. I think if we are to stay up, it'll be a January signing that keeps us up, like a Craig Dawson type player that comes in. But have we got the money, or are we going in the bargain basement bin to get someone and hoping that they're going to do it?
So do you think defence would prioritise a forward, like a goal scorer, basically?
I think defenders are cheaper.
We've got enough. I think we've got enough in defence. I don't think they're great at all. Nowhere near where they should be in terms of quality. But I think they would be good enough. I think the goals is the issue. I really do.
I completely agree with you as well. It has been for years at West Ham. It has been our problem for years. So I do agree with that. We've got two strikers again that we don't want. Like Wilson, he should never have been at West Ham. Fullkrug, he should never have been at West Ham. And look, I was quite excited when we signed Fullkrug, and I'll be completely in agreement with it. Like
I was
because
too.
I'd watched him for Germany and Dortmund, and I thought, this geezer's, I like him. He's rough and ready. And the Premier League, clearly, it doesn't work. If you haven't got pace, you're dead. And that's where someone like Tim Steidten should know that. And we've brought in a player that wasn't at 30. How old was he? 33?
Yeah, I think he is now.
32 years of age or whatever he was when he came in. Should never have been coming into West Ham for that money. And that's the problem. And we are now left with this patchwork quilt of a squad that three managers have assembled. And actually, there's going to be the fourth one if we go and let Nuno go willy-nilly on this. And I think that I would look at what I'm buying in January from where we are. If we're rock bottom at January, because bearing in mind, we could have gone rock bottom this weekend if Wolves had carried on and won. We would have been bottom. We've got the worst defence in the league. And I think that will be a telling sign, the defence. If you can't stop goals, you can't win games. And I think you can nick 1-0s from people. But, yeah, I agree with you. The goals are a problem, but I think the defence, for me, is too much of a problem. For me, Diouf can't defend. Mavropanos, I know he had a good game against Arsenal. He's not consistent enough. He's shown that over 2 or 3 years now. Kilman, I don't rate Kilman in any way, shape or form. I think I've very rarely seen him have a good game for West Ham. I don't know if the manager's got something up his sleeve where he could bring Souček in the back line. I don't know. But if you're going to go defensive, maybe. Does the manager play 5 at the back at any times, or is he a 3? Is he a 4 at the back?
I can't remember. I can't actually. I was trying to think of his time at Wolves because I'm sure they played 5 sometimes, but I can't actually remember. I know Forrest mainly played 4 at the back last season.
Yeah. What? Also, because all of us have said, well, he gets 2 weeks with the squad now. He actually don't. There's no players there. You think who leaves? Fullkrug, Bowen, Fernandes, Paqueta, Diouf, Wan-Bissaka, Mavropanos, Areola. Does he still go with France? I don't know.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
That's 8 of the first team that ain't there. So this notion that he's now got 2 weeks to work with his team, he ain't at all. He's going to work with some of the subs. What's happened to Debo?
Yeah, it's just...
You know nothing about it, have you?
No. He's gone right. Well, he's completely out of the squad at the minute, isn't he? I mean, I never rated him from the word go, to be honest.
Me either.
You'd hope he could offer something, but he's just not fancied at all, is he? And I think apparently he's got a bad attitude as well, which doesn't help.
Well, he must have, for him to be, the managers all keep bombing him. Like, he must have a stinking attitude. But yeah, you look at him and go, can't this fella that we've paid 35 mil give us something? No. Like Aguerd. Like, couldn't they give us something in a time where we're going down? It's Igor. I forgot about him, actually. Could he give us something? Maybe he'll see something in him over these next 2 weeks and goes, ooh, Igor and Todibo, you two don't look too bad together, actually. Although they're both left-sided, aren't they?
I think Todibo's right-sided.
Todibo's right-sided. Of course he is. Yeah, of course he is.
Igor's definitely left.
So maybe in that training session, maybe these two might show something and he goes, well, actually, a couple of centre-halves here that we can work with. So that's the hope. Because there is, as you forget you've got 2 there.
Yeah, it's one of them where you're just hoping he stumbles across, a formation or a player.
Yeah, or Souček, or he's another one that's going to leave for international duty, I would think. Souček.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. He's a captain, isn't he?
So, that's what I mean. Half the squad ain't even there. Summerville. Probably think, who does Summerville play for? Jamaica?
No, I think he's...
is he Jamaican?
He's Dutch.
No, he's Dutch. No, he's Dutch, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's in and around
it's
the
Antonio
squad.
Jamaica, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't think he's in and around the squad at the minute. I mean, he's been out for so long.
No, so at least he's there, getting a bit of rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wilson
but like you say, it's worrying, isn't it? Then obviously our squad gets even thinner in December for the African nations.
Yeah, that's a big worry.
And the squad depth is terrible, really, when you think about it. The squad depth is terrible. I mean, we're not a good side as it is, and then the squad, there's no squad, basically. Any of our top players or better players gets injured, we haven't got nothing coming in to replace them, really. No,
so it's going to be tough, isn't it? I think we're in for a very tough 4th season in a row flirting with relegation. That's what it seems to me. So let us know below. Do you think West Ham have enough to stay up or not? Remember to hit subscribe. We're giving away a signed Julian Dix shirt at the end of this month. All you got to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Instagram. Mr. Moon has left the building and we will be giving it away absolutely free. And we will see you all very soon.